Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me today as we explore the remarkable journey of Solana, a blockchain network that many believe is not just an altcoin but a potential infrastructure pillar of the next era of Web3 and crypto. Solana has already captured headlines by rising some 9,400% over the past 5 years, turning early believers into millionaires and demonstrating the explosive upside of cryptocurrency in full force. Source: Nasdaq. But the story today is less about what has happened and more about what might be possible. The next chapter for Solana in 2025 and beyond. Recent research from Poen Block Energy highlights that Solana is trading near about $190, supported by institutional interest and growing ecosystem momentum, with market cap above $86 billion. Source: Poen Report. The report emphasizes strong technical fundamentals in Solana's chart, sustained momentum, and a backdrop of growing relevance in DeFi and Web3 sectors. That's important because infrastructure tokens live or die on their ability to build ecosystems, not just on speculation. One of the advantages Solana brings is its unique supply dynamics. Solana's token model includes built-in supply growth tapering of about 15% per year, meaning new supply slows over time, and there is also a mechanism by which some tokens are burned in transactions, offering the potential for net supply shrinkage if usage becomes meaningful. Source: Nasdaq. That combination of scarcity and utility offers a powerful narrative. If network usage rises, the supply side is moving in your favor. But again, narrative without execution is risky. Solana's infrastructure supports high throughput, low transaction cost, and developer uptake, giving it the potential to compete with or complement other platforms. Indeed, some analysts expect Solana's share of smart contract activity could rise significantly if usage continues and institutional involvement grows. Source: Bitpanda Forecast. For investors and for your audience, this means Solana is positioned as a high beta infrastructure play, higher risk, higher reward. And indeed, many commentary pieces label Solana as a hypergrowth cryptocurrency, pointing to its scalability and ecosystem expansion as its key advantages. Source: The Motley Fool. When you build a story around Solana, you might frame it as, from explosive past gains to institutional infrastructure bet, what comes next for Solana? That invites your viewers in to consider both promise and risk. Let's dig into the opportunities. First, ecosystem growth. As developers build on Solana, more dApps, DeFi protocols, NFTs, and tokenized assets can create network effects which in turn drive more usage and value. Financial flows follow activity, and that can drive demand for SOL. Second, supply dynamics. Slower issuance plus burning mechanisms mean Solana's tokenomics lean toward scarcity if usage and demand hold up. That can create a tailwind if network growth accelerates. Third, institutional interest. The Poen report notes expanding institutional inflows, which suggests that Solana is moving from purely retail speculative territory towards serious infrastructure asset recognition. But now let's balance with the risks. One major risk is that technical expectations and hype may already be baked into the price. The supply tapering and ecosystem story are powerful, but the base rate for blockchain adoption remains uncertain. Another risk is technical and execution risk. High-throughput platforms like Solana must remain reliable, secure, and scalable. Outages or performance issues can damage confidence and slow adoption. Third risk: valuation and timing. Even if Solana delivers, the market might demand near-term results, and if those results don't arrive, there could be sharp downside. Indeed, some recent technical analysis warned that if support near the $170 to $180 level breaks, Solana could see larger correction risk. Source: VentureBurn and FX Street. From your channel's vantage, you can frame the narrative: Solana's moment is here, but only if it can deliver. That means showing your viewers how to watch for ecosystem stats, tokenomics, institutional flows, and technical support levels. In terms of metrics, you should encourage watching staking activity, total value locked in Solana-based DeFi, number of developers building on Solana, trading volume, and institutional product launches tied to SOL. Another useful point: though Solana has made many millionaires in past cycles, past performance does not equal future results. That's a message your audience needs. Infrastructure tokens can be transformative, but they also carry structural risks. Let's also consider the market environment. Solana's recent rebound from lows near $170 to about $190 shows that momentum is returning, but the broader crypto market remains volatile. So external factors like regulation, macro risk, and shift in investor sentiment will matter. Source: Poen Report. From a content strategy perspective, you might create segments like, "What has changed since Solana's last bull run?" and "What must happen for Solana to make its next big leap?" That invites engagement and deeper thinking rather than simple hype. Now let's walk through a cautionary example. Even a token with solid fundamentals can fall if market flows reverse or network issues occur. Observers of Solana have flagged that despite strong fundamentals, technical support zones at $170 are critical. A break could lead to deeper losses. Source: FX Street. Thus your message should emphasize balanced risk management. If you invest in Solana, treat it as a high-volatility, high-potential asset, not as a sure thing. Encourage viewers to consider position size, time horizon, and the possibility of failure. In summary, Solana presents one of the most compelling crypto infrastructure narratives today: a high-speed chain, growing ecosystem, institutional interest, deflationary supply mechanics, and potential for meaningful gains. But the path is not smooth. The competition is fierce, execution demands are high, and price must catch up to the story. For those willing to believe in blockchain infrastructure over the next 5 years, Solana could play a major role. For those looking for quick gains without understanding the complexity, the risk is substantial. Thank you for listening. We'll continue to monitor Solana's milestones, ecosystem growth, institutional entry, and tokenomics shifts together, and help your audience separate the story from the hype with clarity, context, and caution.